What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today you are tuned in to another episode of The Rundown where I give you some very brief and quick opinions on music I've heard lately. I'm going to do some albums, tapes, EPs, and songs in this segment. Just depends on what's popping and what I haven't given a full review to. So starting things off, we're going to go in on Drake's track called I'm Upset, which I honestly think is one of Drake's worst tracks. I am just amazed that he's able to make such a great song like Duppy Freestyle and then follow it up with this garbage. Once he released this, Pusha T didn't even need to respond to him because this shit was that bad. You're getting this very chintzy SoundCloud / Lil Yachty type of beat. It does have a bit of bass on it, so it bangs, but not much else. And bar-wise, there is nothing of importance being said here, which would be fine if there were some great flows. But even his flows and his cadence, just his delivery style is very lazy. This is just Drake at his worst, man. I don't know why he picked this to be one of the lead singles for his upcoming album Scorpion, but you can already mark this down as one song from the album that I don't like. I'm actually kind of hoping he scraps this one, but hey, I think it's still putting up numbers just like anything that Drake would put out, but I still think, like I said at the start of this is one of his worst songs for sure. But moving on, we're going to talk about a song that I think is really dope, and it's Paak's track Bubblin. This is just a very fun money banger. There's not too much to break down with the content here, but it's all about the way he's rapping, man. He comes through with a lot of energy and charisma. He's working some nice flows. He just sounds great on this track. So this is that rapping ass Paak, not singing Paak, which we heard a lot of on Malibu. I'm actually just really looking forward to his next album because I don't know what he's going to be doing. But if he's going to have some bangers on there like this, I definitely fuck with that. I just hope that he is doing some of that smooth singing as well because Malibu was one of my favorite albums to come out the year it dropped. Really great record. And the beat on this is really cool. Like I said, it's a banger. I'm not really sure where the sample on this beat came from. I have seen some people comparing it to Britney Spears' Toxic. I can certainly pick up on where that idea would come from. But to me, it sounded like something from the Bollywood scene. You know what I mean? Some of those high-quality Bollywood movies that have those very cinematic sounds throughout it. So I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5 on this one, man. I think it's really dope, and I'm definitely looking forward to Paak's next record. But the next project we're going to speak on is Nav's album Reckless, and there isn't too much to say here, man. I think sonically this is alright if all you want is some hazy bangers for the nighttime. You know what he does. He comes through with that generic auto-crooning shit that so many artists are doing, but he doesn't really have much of an interesting sound to his voice. His melodies are often very flat and simple. He's not hitting any crazy notes or anything like that, so he really is just a bottom-tier, low-level auto-crooner. Again, the beats are alright. Content-wise, it's the typical loneliness, depression, popping pills, dealing with friends who are switching up, blah, 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 blah. But it just didn't feel like there was much here, man. I'm going to go with a 2 out of 5. Like, sonically, I think it's alright for this particular style. You're getting some nice production on there, if nothing else, but that's about it, man. Not really a record I think you have to check out, but you might pick up a couple tracks on it you like. Now the next project, Chuck Stranger's Consumers Park, is actually really dope, man. This is a pro-era guy, so you know you're getting that gritty, boom-bap New York sound, and I really like the way that he raps. Has a bit of an old-school feel to him and a very strong mic cadence, so he's going to hold your attention. I just wish that he really broke down some more topics on this. I didn't feel like we got to know too much about him on this album. He didn't go into a lot of detail about various issues, so that's one of the things that I would hold against him. I think if he can make a project that's a bit more personal and touching on more issues, it would stick more. But still, man, if you're just looking for some boom-bap shit, as well as some funny bars, there's a line on here where he refers to his girl as the young Fran Drescher, and she was fine as hell in The Nanny, so I ain't gonna hate on that. I'm definitely with them on there. But, you know, there wasn't much of a lasting impression left here. Certainly getting some good sample-based beats, getting some good bars, and also some features from Kirk Knight, Joey Badass, and a couple of others. But I'm going to go with a 3 out of 5, man. Solid project for what it is, but I really didn't come out of this feeling like Chuck Strangers is this unique artist who's really on his own wave. Still sounds dope, though, and hopefully next time around he can give us more. Now, the next project I'm going to speak on is Rich the Kid's The World Is Yours, and this is really just your very standard trap album. You're getting a lot of 808s here and typical trap production and flows. This is not a guy who stands out. That really actually kind of seems to be the theme of this episode, man. I've talked about a couple people here who aren't standing out, and I would definitely put him under there. Now, he does have a couple of good tracks on here. Of course, we know New Freezer with Kendrick Lamar. That was a bit of a meme and a banger that came out and really made a lot of noise, so I'll give him that. And there is a dope-ass Lil Wayne feature on here as well, on End of Discussion. You're getting that rapping-ass Wayne, not that auto-crooning trash Wayne. But other than that, like, I really didn't have much more to say about this one. I spun it back a couple of times, didn't really enjoy it too much, didn't hate it. It just feels like a 2.5, so that's what I'm going to give it. If you like trap shit, you like those triplet type of flows, then for sure check this out. You're probably going to enjoy it. But other than that, there's not too much to get into. And lastly, we have T Grizzley's Activated, which I kind of feel the same way about this as I did the last project I just spoke on. Although I would say, as a rapper, he's much more engaging than Rich the Kid is, at least in my opinion. But the production here gets kind of boring. You're getting a lot of simple synthy beats, some piano-led production and auto-crooning, a lot of very generic sounds, but he can rap his ass off when he wants to. Like, this is another guy that if he got more personal and told more of his story, I would have connected with it. I'm not too familiar with all of his other work. This is actually kind of the first thing I've listened to by him, but I have heard a lot about his story, and I know he's been through a lot of different things and been involved in a lot of different things, but I didn't listen to this project and come out feeling like I got this fleshed out description of who he is and what he's been through, and that was kind of disappointing, man. I was hoping this shit would be a little bit grittier, have some more content and storytelling, but I really didn't get that. So I actually did think about a 3 out of 5, but I'm gonna go with a 2.5 out of 5 because this shit too was pretty average, man. It's also a long album. I think it's 18 or 19 tracks, something like that. So it kind of drags on, and that takes away from it as well, where some of the production gets a bit samey and you're not getting too much content. But there are some bangers on here. Not gonna hate on them for that. So there's a couple good moments on it. But hey, that's what I think about these projects and songs. You guys can hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts because I always want to know what you think. And of course, man, make sure you hit me up on all my social media sites so you can show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.